Real quick, if you want to learn more about macronutrients and understand that methodology on how they can help you achieve your body composition goals of changing the way your body looks, I put together a free 15-minute training where I dive into macronutrients and how you can control your body for the rest of your life with them. That link is in the description below. Click on it after listening to the show today. Take responsibility, most importantly, you guys, for where you are with your results right now, because that's on you, right? Don't blame the kids. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame a program that you're inside of. It's not the program, it's you, right? Don't allow, a victim mentality to take over here. It's you. Every single action that you've done up to this point, everything that you've eaten up into this point, every choice that you've decided to not work out up to this point is on you. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Macro Hour with Nikki Stott, co-founder of WarriorBabe. And on this podcast, we talk about mindset, methodologies, and tactics that will help you lose body fat, build muscle, be strong, and feel insanely confident. I am your host, Nikki Stott, and welcome to episode number 96, where you guys, today I am feeling like going on a rant. So that is exactly what you guys are going to get today in this podcast, a Nikki rant. Okay, so first and foremost, before we dive into this podcast right now, I want to ask you guys a question. Is this you? Do you want to get toned? Do you want to be more defined? Do you want to be leaner? Do you want to decrease your body fat? Do you want to show more muscle tone that you have, right? That's what tone means. You have more muscle to your body and you want to show more of that definition. Is that you? Okay, that's probably the majority of you listening to this podcast. Now, second that I want to dive into, letting you guys know that I hear this very, very, very often. Even from people that have been doing for 3 months, even from people that have been doing it for a year, that have been on their journey. They say, Nikki, I want more definition. I want to see more abs. I want my arms to be more shredded. I want to see more definition in my muscles. I want, my shoulders to pop. I want my muscles, my arms to pop. I want my legs to show some definition. I want my abs. I want to see more abs. And you're wondering why, right? People that say this to me are wondering why it's not happening. Because they'll say, well, Nikki, I'm consistently weight training. I'm consistently, I'm doing not that much cardio and I'm focusing on the weight training, but I'm not getting more muscle definition. Guys, if this is you, listen up, because you guys think, and this is trying to get at, you guys think that you're doing it the right way, right? Listen, you guys aren't professionals in this space. You don't have the education and level of understanding of what it takes to get to that kind of result. And so I don't want it to demean you and saying you guys think you're doing it right? But it's what you know, right? It's not your profession. It's not, you have responsibilities and life things that you do, right? But you guys think that you're maybe at least trying to do it right, by being on the right track, by doing more weight training and not doing much cardio, but you're still not getting that end result that you want, right? That's something that I hear all the time. And you're just trying to get to that next level. And that, you guys, is what I want to talk about today. That type of goal that you want to be more shredded, to show more abs, to have more muscle definition, to decrease body fat, requires next level dedication. Okay? Right? For my average people that go to the gym and work out and they want to have a goal of being fit, right? And they want to show more definition. If you do that and you do that about 70% of the time, you'll end up getting there. But those of you guys that want this to happen so freaking fast, that are in that 3-month span and you want a result in X amount of time, but you're only showing up 70% of the time for yourself and working out and eating right and doing the less cardio, you're going to get 70% of those results in that time frame. Okay? So what I want to do in this podcast right now is get to that next level. Get to that understanding, I get that you guys want that goal, right? But you're all not just trying to be strong, fit, and healthy, right? Like, yes, that comes along with what you're doing, but you want another level to your aesthetics, right? The thing is, you want more definition. Okay. I told you guys I was going on a rant, so just bear with me here. Okay. Look, what that means, you guys, if you want that definition, that leanness, like you have the abs starting to show, and like your hard work that you're putting in is actually rewarding. Okay. Obviously, let me just put this most important thing down. It's obviously time first. But the second thing that truly freaking matters in this case is like where your calories and your macros are and how much they truly freaking matter. Okay. This is why from those women that say this to me, right? And then they get coached by me or even by our coaches inside of WarriorBabe, right? This is why at a coaching level, if you have this goal that you're sharing that you want, then it's my duty and my service and my want for you to get that goal, obviously. But when we say that calories and macros and what you're eating truly freaking matter with this type of goal, right? This is outside of maintaining, guys. This is outside of building. Like, this is kind of in the world of like, you want to lose body fat and you want to go into a cut, right? You want to show more definition. This is where I'm at. So just stick with me here. If that's your goal and you want to be more shredded and you want to have more ab definition, like all of these things, while it can be achieved in maintenance, it may take you longer, right? Or if you've been doing this for years and you've already kind of achieved that, like I was actually having this conversation and heard this online. I forget exactly by who, but like having a passive body, right? You have passive income. Well, some people may have a passive body. I am one of those people, you guys. I have a passive body. I don't nearly have to put in as much work as I've had to do in the first like 5 years of my journey as I do now, because I've already done that hard work. I've already reaped that reward, right? So like I'm not explaining it entirely right. And here I am, Nikki, this is a rant right now. I'm all over the place. But I have a passive body. So like if you've been this in for years and like you have that body already, and like this isn't really your goal, you can kind of already maintain that, like you're showing the abs and showing the definition, like something that I already do, right? That's up there too. But this is like for the women that that haven't yet experienced that definition yet and haven't yet experienced that ab definition or the muscle, the shoulder striations or like all of that, or like, you know, the leg and the IT bands are showing, or like the obliques are showing the stomach. This is for you. Okay. Okay. Bear with me. This is where calories and macros freaking matter. This is where, you know, dialing in your nutrition 100%, you guys, actually freaking really matters. Okay. You can't outwork your bad diet inside of the gym. That's going to only get you so far, and you're going to feel burnt out and you're just going to crash to the floor. When I hear this is where I want you to dial it in with your nutrition. Our coaches want you to dial it in with your nutrition. I want you to be hella consistent. You have to be hella consistent. Our coaches want you and need you to be hella consistent. This is what I mean by saying this goal requires next level dedication, and not many people can do it. But those that do, man, reap the rewards insanely. My girl Cheryl, if you go to WarriorBabe's YouTube, there's an amazing story about Cheryl Beaver, who is 60 years old, who has achieved what not many people at 60 years old can achieve with their body composition, because she's hella freaking consistent. Okay? We need you, coaches, myself, we need you to hit every macro precisely and consistently to dial it in to get to this next level. And why we challenge you to do this is because the goal that I'm talking about, those goals that I mentioned with aesthetics and being more defined and being more toned and showing more of your muscle definition, require that next level of dedication. They require that focus, you guys, right? It isn't that you need to do more work with your workouts to make those abs pop or to show more definition. It is that all you need to do is dial in consistency with your nutrition. Hands down. So many of you guys have absolutely no problem going into the gym and working out. It's so easy. But where a lot of you guys have majority of the problem is keeping that nutrition so consistent. And I'll tell you guys, if you can keep your nutrition consistent for at least 60 to 90 days, you will get this type of results. Depending where you are in your journey, I need to put the disclaimer in there. If you're like, 200 pounds, you have a lot of weight to lose, that may not get you there at that point in time. But let's say you got like the last 5 to 10 freaking pounds to lose. You can do it in that amount of time if you stay focused on the goal that you want to accomplish and you stay consistent. Okay, and you dial in your nutrition, right? What coaches do really well when you work with a coach is that we prescribe your macros, your workouts, and make sure that your cardio and all of these things are in alignment with the goal that you tell us that you want to accomplish, this goal that I'm mentioning, right? If you aren't dialing in your macros, if you aren't being consistent, if you aren't hitting every macro precisely, if you are challenging the process and you're not doing these things, you aren't acting with being in alignment with that goal, right? Does that make sense? You can't expect to come in wanting this type of goal, right? And do what you were doing before and expecting different results, right? So let's say, what I mean by that is like, let's say, for example, that you want to come in and join VIP WarriorBabe one-on-one coaching. You can't come into VIP doing what you were doing before, not being in alignment with the goals and what your coach has been setting and prescribing for you, and expect different results. You guys, it's like that Einstein quote where he says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You cannot want a goal and then do what you've been doing for the last 3, 6, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, and expect that you're going to get a different result and you're going to get that type of goal that you want. Right? You can't, and at that mindset with those actions, you can't expect that you will actually hit that type of goal that you are striving for. If you're not dialing the macros, like I said, if you're not being consistent, if you're not hitting macros precisely and you're challenging coming up with every type of excuse, you're challenging the process, yada, 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 and you're not acting in alignment with your goals. And you can't, with that type of mindset, expect that you're going to get the type of results you are seeking, right? And if you're someone who doesn't want to do what is required, you guys, track your food, weigh your food, you are just going to get more of what you already have, which is no results, stagnant results. And let me tell you, you can totally get somewhere showing up, like I said, 70% of the time, but expect that your results are going to be at a 70% accomplishment. You have to expect that if you put 70% effort into your journey, that's exactly what you're going to get in return, right? So if you're someone who doesn't want to do what is required, right? Which I said, this is shit that gets you to that next level. This is shit that gets you to those results. Track your food, weigh your food. You're just going to get more of what you already have. Okay, stagnated results, wanting to bash your head into the wall, type of feeling, right? You've been doing, like I said, people, some people that say like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They think they're doing it the right way, but like this big factor is missing. Like 90% of people, that's just like that's just like a stat that I'm throwing out. But I feel like, and I know that nutrition is one of the hardest things for people to do. But like, you got to do a reality check, you guys. If you want this goal, but you're not doing this thing, you're not going to get that goal. Or you may do it 70%. You're just going to take you longer to get to that goal, right? Right, the definition that you want, the be more toned, the see more abs goal that you have, it requires next level dedication, which requires next level actions, my friends. So if you're someone who doesn't want to track, or you're saying it's too much, or it's too strict, or you aren't applying it because it's a lot of work, right? I've heard this so time and time again. When people say, like, I don't want to track my macros, I don't want to weigh my foods, like they're saying I always hear that's too much work. It's too strict. You guys, if first of all, to break that down into two things, it's a lot of work. Yeah, getting to that type of goal is a lot of work. You have to do work. you have to put in the work. to get that result. Like, it's not just going to kind of passively happen to you unless you've been in the field for 8 years like me, and I've already done the work. Okay. Regardless, you have to do the work. And then the second thing is that it's too strict or it's too much. Yeah. Dialing in your nutrition may sound like it's strict, but dude, it is such it gives you this array of abundance of being able to see that you are actually in control of your food and what you eat. And like getting to that level of that next level with being a little bit more shredded, you guys, the people that you see that are a little bit more shredded and have more definition, pay attention to what they eat. Okay. And they may sacrifice, and I put this in another podcast, like sacrifices versus investment, but they may sacrifice or give up or like put off the things that don't serve them and aren't in alignment, like the food or like, the sugary things or the fried foods or like, going out to eat all the time. People may consider that, well, you're strict. You're saying no to those things. Well, that's the things that get you to where you are and why you don't have the results that you want. Okay. So like, if you're someone who doesn't want to track, or you're somebody who doesn't want to do this, let me just be blunt with you. Your goals aren't going to be accomplished with little effort. Like I said, your mindset, your words, which are your law. Like I've said this in a previous podcast, your words, my words are like, they're my everything. They're your law. Your mindset, your words, they are law. And in this aspect of like, if you're saying this and like it's too much or it's a lot of work, those words, that mindset is not in alignment with that goal that we're talking about. Your work ethic is not in alignment with that goal. So it's like a checkup from the neck up right now. Your goal requires next level dedication, which requires next level actions, which requires you to eliminate the things that you are doing right now that isn't getting you to where you want to be, and to like, turn up a notch and then like turn it up another notch, right? So take responsibility, most importantly, you guys, for where you are with your results right now, because that's on you, right? Don't blame the kids. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame a program that you're inside of. It's not the program, it's you, right? Don't allow, a victim mentality to take over here. It's you. Every single action that you've done up to this point, everything that you've eaten up into this point, every choice that you've decided to not work out up to this point is on you. Hey guys, love so much that you guys are listening to this podcast. If you ever want to have the video version of this, which usually has more effects and all that good stuff for those of you who are visual learners, check out our YouTube channel, WarriorBabe, if that's what you like. Either way, keep enjoying the show. And so all you need to do right now is understand these things I'm sharing with you in this podcast, and you need to start showing up differently, okay? Right now, you should just kind of, after this podcast, if like you want that, but you're not doing the things that you need to be doing, then it's like take the time to recognize where you need to improve and then recognize how you're going to do that. If you need more accountability, get a coach. If you know that you need to throw out the shit food inside of your house, throw out that food. If you know that you need to stop hitting the snooze button in the morning so you can go and exercise, stop hitting the snooze button in the morning so you can go and exercise. If you know that you need to get to sleep better, or you need to get to sleep sooner so you can have a better sleep cycle, because then it will give you more energy for your workout the next day, then stop watching Netflix at 10 o'clock at night and go to bed, right? So just whatever is required of you. And then most importantly, what this whole podcast is about is macros and calories and focusing and dialing in your macronutrients, right? Being precise with your macronutrients, being consistent with your macronutrients, being consistent with your nutrition. And not just showing up 70% of the time, but dialing up to like 95% of the time. And that will get you 95% of the results you want to see rather than the 70% effort that you're putting in. You just need to make sure that your actions, your words, your mindset, the things that you are doing are in alignment with the goals that you want. This goal that we're talking about, being a little bit more shredded, showing more abs, right? That this person, like, it may not be to everybody of you that's listening to this podcast right now. Maybe some of you guys need to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 50 pounds or 100 pounds. But those of you guys that just need to dial it in a little bit more, that need to lose 5 to 10 pounds, this is you. It's paying attention to your nutrition with a little bit more effort than what you are doing right now. All right? Start showing up differently. I hope this resonates with you guys. I love you all. Keep crushing it and figure out where you need to improve and do exactly that. I'll see you in the next podcast. Peace out. Hey guys, real quick. If you're interested in taking your body to the next level, lose body fat, build more muscle, feel more confident, do it alongside one of our 30+ professional coaches. Work one-on-one with her to eliminate all of the guesswork that you may have. And all you need to do is just do the work that she tells you to do to get to those goals of yours. Now, to learn more, click the link below this podcast and apply to our VIP program right now.